Hey, it's me. It's Saturday again, and we are doing a fun little truck today. Thank you. I downloaded that truck. One I have erased, one with the hearts, but the original one has a tree. But I don't use it. I use the truck. So basically, whichever one you get today to download, they're both downloadable. Just copy the truck as close as you can. Mostly the outline, the wheels, the windshield, that kind of stuff. And I'll show you what I did to get the stuff in there. I told you hearts in there. There was a Christmas tree, pumpkins. Now I'm doing ghosts. I think I'm forgetting something. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun to have one little thing and do 1,000. In the meantime, a few things. You can see I've been putting kits in there. I had one I did 2 years ago. And I don't have a picture. I have a picture in the kits. It comes with here, guys. I'm buffering. It's a multimedia kit. It's an angel, and it has I have music sheet paper. You scratch it up. The directions I have for that too, and the template and the paint comes with it. This one here is just painting, and it comes with complete directions. And the template, and the brushes, and the paint. Makes a great gift. Kids love doing this one. Cute, huh? 3 sisters, so I thought that was cute. Another one for package. Of course, we got this one, which I haven't painted yet, so I'll put that on there when I paint it. I got the template ready. Some of this stuff I've had, I just either never did it or never got to it, but cute, huh? That's going to be a fun one. That'll be the next one. I'm going to look for a couple Christmas ones and see what else I've had for my own kits that I was going to put in there and I never did. So anyways, so that's, be looking at the kits as you go along. They're all 27, including shipping. Everything's in there. And you guys know I'll be selling some of my paper paintings, my heavy duty ones. I framed this one up. It comes just like this, and this is a plastic that's keeps the UV rays out, and it's, conservative, and here's the little frame. When you get a chance, this is an 8x10, or possibly it could be like a 9x10, depends, and on the size of the book that I was working out of. And it comes with the frame like this, so you can set it right into a 12x14. You can go get professionally framed, or just get a 12x14. It'll sit right in there, and then you get like my signature and my paperwork with my name, what it is, the date, signed, the name of the painting, and then you'll get one of my cards, which you can take off there because it has a bunch of other stuff on the back of it, just a thank you business card. So anyways, that's what you'll get. But I got these other ones. I haven't framed everything up yet, but I just want to give you an idea. These are all originals. You guys have seen the copies. I've done classes with them, but these are the first ones I did. These were, a couple were 1 year ago, one was 2 years ago. So these two will be in that group. Some of these are fall. I want to get some spring ones out. Daryl, I don't think I named that one. And this one is a spring one. I think this was 2 years ago. Palette knife. And this one was from a class. You guys remember this class? I think this was possibly last year. I didn't mark it down. It's in there. It's in my thing. So those are some of the ones I'm going to frame up. I got 8 of those things. So I'm going to frame up 8. And then I might see how it goes. I may or may not order. Sometimes paintings can take years to sell. It's just part of the program. So I tend to hold on to stuff because sometimes people change their minds or they didn't see it. I'm getting new people all the time. So it might not be anything that's your cup of tea, but if you ever see anything you think you'd like, framed or whatever, just let me know. All right, what else is going on? So that's pretty much it. And if you guys have been watching, they're taking the chat groups out like 2 weeks ago. I knew about it, and I was like, but they said it wouldn't be soon. So next thing I know, I go into my private chats with my kids and stuff, different groups I'm in. There's messages at the top, and the next I said, okay. So then the next thing I know, like 3-4 days ago, I had to get a pin to get into all of them, personal and business, because my personal page is actually a digital creator page. They kind of make us do that. And the other one is my business page. So long story short, so then they came up with a thing this morning how they're going to change it into some kind of enhanced group. It won't be a chat, and I don't think it's going to be part of the Facebook group, but I'm not sure. So I've been messing around with it, and I named it the ATC Rose Chicks. So if you, I sent it out to everybody that I could find on that messenger list, and not everybody's on there. Not like some of my business people are on my business page, my business professional page, and some are on my Facebook regular page. So it really depends on where you are, and there's only 500 on this page. So I wasn't sure. I just said, so if you get a notification to join the ATC Rose Chicks, that's what it is. I call them Rose Chicks because it's, the artsy rose. So anyways, so just so you know, and I have not figured everything out yet, so I will let you know as I go. So that's it pretty much for today, and we're just going to do this painting. And if you got any questions, just ask. So I'm doing it's all basic colors. The most important part, I think, to make this look really pretty is I did the Twilight, which is almost out of, I ordered more paints of the Deco Art. It's like a really pretty bluish purple. You see how pretty that is? Makes a great sky. And you'll need black, and you'll need an orange. I got just a bright orange, a little yellow, bright yellow, white, and that's it pretty much. And I am going to trace this onto a piece of paper, just the truck, and then I'm going to pencil in some stuff. Now, like I told you, one year I did all pumpkins. So if you want to do that, or you could do all ghosts. I want you to get creative. And I want you to do your own thing. I don't want you to copy me. And, copying is fine. It's how everybody learns. It's how I learned. We didn't have tracers back then. It was different, but we had to watch the teacher, to explain each section and go around and help us. But it's better to do some on your own. So as I tell you, get creative. So what I'm going to tell you to do is at the end of the week, I think next Sunday, you have a little over a week to come up with your own idea, put the truck on there and do your own thing, and I'm going to judge it, and I'm going to, if there's a lot, I'll just pull names, and we'll have a couple winners for that. So that's this week's challenge for this truck, for the Spooky Boo truck. But you can do whatever you want. You can do all pumpkins, all ghosts, you can do like I did, a combination. So let me turn this around, and all you really need is going to need a pencil. After you get this copied on here, I got it the wrong way. Just download your truck. I don't know if you can see that. I'm having lighting issues. I can't seem to get the light right. I was telling everybody the other night that, or my class from last night, that, I get this light. I have all LED lights in this house. Only the bathrooms have regular lights. So, and I have some natural light because I don't put a lot of coverings on my window. And, there I am. It's just kind of, I can't explain, like the lighting is different, the shadows are different and everything. So I still, like I see there's a shadow, I'm still having issues with, I got my overhead light on. It's broad daylight out, but you need enough light, So I'm having issues with recording stuff. So I'm working on it. I think I got it pretty much, I have a couple, I had to change the way I'm doing it, so from the way I did it in my old house. So there I am. I got up. Recording let me see, because I wanted to do some stuff for the other group that we're going to be putting in there, and I need to record some of it. Some I can do on YouTube. Okay, so I got the sound off. Come on. There you are. Hello, Lori. So I got you guys up there. Hey girl. So I'm up there. So anyways, as I go, I'll tell you about the chat groups, or whatever. They call it a community, which I don't know. Facebook they said it's going to make it easier for me. I don't know, but they're doing this thing where they want to do automatic invites, and I don't want to do like the public one. That's kind of what my page is for. I want to keep it private. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I can make it public, but not everybody's going to want to be in it. So doesn't make any sense to me. So, but you gotta do what they want. It's still number one. I was watching this guy talk about they're having problems with TikTok, and he has Instagram and the X. I don't use it. I don't use X. I never was crazy about Twitter. Anyways, long story short, he's being you know, his page. I don't want to do the tree. His page is slowed down. His Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, and his X, and I don't know, something else. So he said it's still, Facebook is still the place to go as far as, you know, they're a little more out there, they're a little more honest. Meta, in other words, he's saying meta. That's what he means. So, anyways, still the place to be. It's a little more complicated, but, you know. So I didn't copy all this. I just kind of made this hubcap thing like this. And I just kind of indicated where the doors were and like where this little step thing is, where the part of the door is. And I didn't like it all stressed out about it. Where the windows are. So I want my ghost to hang out the window. And just the shape of the truck, basically. Hey, cat. So yeah, we're gonna have a little challenge by next Sunday. Anybody that's done, I want to see. Put as many entries in as you want. I'll pick some winners, or I'll pick them out of hat if I have to. Then just the wheels, and I did like the outside of this one and the inside, and then just the whole wheel, like that. Basically, you're looking just to do the shape. If you want to do more details, you can do that. You're a truck. So I got it all right on here now. Should be. Oh, there it is. I moved it a little bit. We can fix it. I moved it a little bit. Kind of go like this. It's okay. It'll be okay. It's covered up with paint. That's the nice thing about paint, especially our color paint. But where's this shadow coming from? Is it this? It's from my phone. Maybe move this light a little bit. It's still got a shadow, but it's better than it was. All right. So, it's my overhead light. That's what that is, huh? Well, we're leaving that on, so. All right. So now, I told you, I got this pretty Twilight we're going to use for the background. It's Twilight from DecoArt. It's like you could like take a blue, and if you wanted to darken it, you could add a little, maybe some kind of red or something to get that kind of darker violet color. Or any kind of blue will do. When I'm using this one, I just think it's so pretty. And I know I like it because I'm almost out. I just ordered some more. I ordered some deco. I haven't ordered in a while, but I haven't needed it. I get so much paint. Funny thing is, I'm out of pinks. I mean, like, I have like salmon pink and orangey pinks, but no pinky pinks, you know, like I like. So, anyways. Okay, I got a pencil. So I'm going to try to mimic some of what I did. You could do the moon over in the corner here, and all I did was this, and I just copied it. You don't think professional artists don't use props? They do. Use all kinds of stuff. You ever watch the professional ones? Everybody does their own thing, but you can use anything that's going to make your life easier on a painting. Do it. That's the way it is. All right, so now I'm going to do, oh, I hate to paint on this. I'm going to put like my pumpkins in first. I did a smaller one here. I just did like a half a circle. Then I did a big circle right to the end. And then I did like a little tail. I did another tail. And then I put a ghost here and I just made a big U. Like that. Then I put one up here. Same thing. I didn't want to make a tracer because I want you guys to get creative instead of like always depending on a tracer. You're going to learn. I know a lot of you have been doing tracers for a long time, but sometimes it's good to do your own thing. You'll learn a lot. Now I'm going to put the arm right here, like he's hanging out, chilling. He's going to chill. And then I'm going to put his arm down here. I'm going to make a steering wheel. All right. Gotta give them some eyes. We can do that after. And then we got one up on the hood. He's being brave. He's a wild one. Same thing, doing like this huge U, upside down U. And you can like, we'll take the paintbrush and we'll make these little like they're blowing in the wind, they're little outfits. And then, let's see, right here I did one. Same thing like a U, long dress in the back. little arms. All right, so I'm gonna make like all the eyes and everything when we do the painting. So then I made like same thing, but I made him kind of sitting on the side of the car. A little smile he'll have, like, you know, like this. Then I gave him like a little, I don't know, a little bit of hair, I guess. And his hands are coming over the side of the whatever you want to call it. I can put the eyes in now if I wanna. You can give the eyes little faces. You can not give them faces. Give them mouth, not give them mouth. Whatever you want to do. This guy looks kind of terrified because he is right in the front of the car, right? This one's kind of looking up at the other guy. Oops. Alright, so now you got just a basic tracing. So I'm going to do the blue first. Gotta kind of put this somewhere you can kind of see a little bit. Hey, Cindy girl. Is she, oh, she's in the, no, she's in here. Let's see who's up here. It's funny how some of stuff will come up here, and then some will come up here. Let me see who's on here. I just seen her leave a message, so she must be in another part of the, maybe she's not picking it up yet. I don't know. Strange things going on in this thing. I'm watching some other show that I watch all the time. What's her name? Funky Junk. Funky Junk. She calls all her people junkie chicks. I forget what she calls them. But she's on there, and she's like, her thing is buffering. Messages are not coming through. I'm like, oh my God. And she's been doing it a long time. She's got a ton of people. It's so irritating. Especially when you got like 3,000 people. And she also auctions off her stuff. So now, like, you know, she was okay, but if you got people you wanted to come on to sell a bunch of stuff, because, you know, the more people you have, the more likely you are to sell stuff. That's just a fact. So more is better as far as that goes. But I didn't like, you're buffering, it's not showing up, your show is getting cut up in pieces. Oh my God, it's so aggravating. She handles it good, but so it's nice to know I'm not the only one. So I'm gonna come right here in the background. I'm gonna put this twilight purple on, or blue, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just gonna do the whole background. Yeah, I was kind of shocked to see that this morning. I wasn't sure, you know, I went through this whole thing. I got myself all stressed out about this whole YouTube thing. And they ended up, you know, giving us more time, and we were able to, like, take them and, you know, move them somewhere. Some people probably, I know some people did went and get themselves their own website. I do have a website. I used to sell artwork on it, but I don't anymore because I can't figure out how to put it on and take it off, and it costs more money for that. So every time I had to do something, I'd have to pay him, the guy that did it. So he's a nice guy. Anyways, long story short, I didn't actually end up doing much with it. And the other part of the story is a lot of those paintings that are on that thing, which is what I've been using to figure out what I got and storing, and what I sold, is on that site. It's still on there. So if you go over there and look, all those paintings, there's a good chunk of them I don't have anymore. I either sold them or they were in that, where the car went through my house, in my art thing there, so. On the porch. Chris almost killed my granddaughter, so who cares about the artwork, right? But yeah, so I don't use that anymore. So I am looking to do something different, but a lot of people are, they just went to YouTube. And YouTube's this kind of the same but different in a lot of ways. So, you know, they're more, I want to say more for information and entertainment, where I think Facebook is more for like sales and community, because they tell you not to sell stuff, but there's a bunch of stuff on here selling stuff. I mean, why would you have a business page, you know? So it kind of doesn't make any sense to me. But. So you can fix anything you screwed up over there. Don't worry about it. Just come in with a flat brush, not too big. This is kind of small, unless you want to do a bigger one. You can use a bigger brush. And I'm just coming in and doing the background, the whole thing in this color. Going around anything that I penciled in. And even if I hit it wrong, you can come back and fix it. Remember, it's acrylic paint. you can paint over it. It's okay. No, it isn't oil paint, it isn't watercolor. It isn't thick like, paint that's like you use for different techniques. It's just nice old acrylic, and you can paint over. Anybody that's new, just realize it's true. Don't put it on too thick. Put it on like you're putting nail polish on, so that it's not too thick on you. So that if you make a mistake, you can go back over it. If you haven't got a steady hand, and now the big thing is you can use Posca pens. You can come back and do any kind of outlining or detailing if you're not really good with a small brush yet. It takes a while to build up skills with the brushes, it takes practice. But they got a lot of tools out there now, and you ain't got to really get too expensive about it either, so they got knockoffs and stuff. Posca pen is basically just an acrylic pen. Comes in different sizes, So just pretty color, isn't it pretty? It's a pretty color. Yeah, so made a pie yesterday. Oh, I'm gonna freeze some of it because it was good. I mean, it looks kind of rough because I did the cinnamon roll top and I put more cinnamon on it, so it's kind of black. But let me tell you something, it tastes yummy, yummy, yummy. I do cinnamon rolls like the Pillsbury's. I put that in the top instead of just regular crust. Oh my God, it's so good. So I gotta put that away because I'm a bad girl. So then yesterday I made gumbo. I already froze that up. That was good. So I mean, I'm still like dieting or whatever you want to call it, and but you can't give up everything. I learned that the first time I did it. You just won't stay on it. You just learn to like do some things in it that are a little less fattening. That's all. A lot of it's age too, You wet this a little bit. I seen this thing, you're trying to lay off carbs here probably after this. Today I'm gonna go on the no carb thing, but you need carbs, good vegetable and fruit carbs for memory and body function. You need carbs. You just can't have, the pasta and all that stuff. Okay, when I do my paper towels again. Okay, so I gotta find my paper towels. So I seen this thing. I don't know if it'd be good, but this couple, they were trying to cut back on carbs. So they started using French-style green beans. It sounded kind of gross, but you know something? It looked pretty good. And I'll do the zucchini noodles, but it's not my favorite thing. It's not the way I like my zucchini. So I'm going to try it. And they just use canned, what do they call it? Canned, French style. And they kind of did a little butter and fried them up a little bit, not butter, oil and, what do they call it? Garlic. And then they just, put their sauce over it. Well, I tell you something, it looked pretty good. So I'm going to try that next. As you try to stay on this stuff, you try to find things that you like to eat, too. That's the other thing. So I'll have some tofu. No, I'm not doing tofu. I have done it, and I have had things that are wonderful. My one daughter, it's all she eats. And you can do some wonderful things with it. But in my food rotation for a week, no, I'm not having tofu. I just won't eat meat. I have days where I do just vegetables and fruit and no meat. So, but you gotta have protein. Protein will, like when you're sleeping, it still burns calories. Isn't that interesting? So that's why you need a little protein with every meal if you want to lose weight. And also keeps you from being hungry too. So I boil like 4 or 5 eggs early in the week. When I get hungry, I have an egg. I make me a piece of toast or something with it, but most of the time I just have the egg. Or I'll have a pickle with it or something. I made some homemade pickles. Yeah. So I went to the Pick Apples, and this place has homemade pickles and homemade jams. I got some apple butter, which is only apples and water and cinnamon, so that's a good thing. All right, so now we got that done. I'm going to dry it with a dryer. Who's on here? Hey, Tammy girl. What's on here? Oh, blow dryer. That cute little thing from Nile, the pretty little, put my coffee cup on it. It's cute. I just made some because I didn't have any. I needed some oil. Cute. We have a guy that mows every couple of weeks. He ain't been here, but I think they thought, I don't know if they think it gets cold and they just stop, but the guy across the street's doing his. He mows every 3 days. I swear to God, he has nothing to do. But it's a little long, but I like it long. But, you know, I hate it when it's all bald looking. And it attracts beneficial benefits. You know, bees and stuff there's still like dandelions once in a while, and they love it. So I don't mind if it's a little long. It's good for your soil too, so. All right, so let me turn this back around. Yeah, that's what I do. It's just like if I'm in a hurry or something and they're ready, I ain't got to think about it, you know. So, you know, I used to give up mayonnaise. I still have regular mayonnaise. Well, I started making my own because helmets for a while there, they were doing something strange to their mayonnaise. So I just have regular helmets, but you just got to be careful how much you're eating, you know. Like if I'm going to make a big batch, I'll make my homemade mayonnaise. It's just lower in fat and stuff. But, you know, if it's not going to be just me, you know, I know not to do too much. And sometimes I do a lot, and I count the mayonnaise as protein. So it doesn't matter. So now I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to do most of the truck black. I'm going to leave some of these little areas out, like the window and stuff. And I got a pretty small brush, round brush, an old round one. And I'm just going to do just where I don't want it to hit. I'm going to do around the windows. Yeah. I put a few more pounds on, but I do that. I go back and forth. As long as the overall trend is down, it doesn't really matter. So I had my pie. And I got some other things I'm going to make with my apples. I have a bunch of apples out there. She got these Yellow Delicious, which I'm not usually... Well, let me tell you something. They're pretty darn good. So I had that last night with a little piece of cheese. It was good. Actually, a lot of cheese. I count that as protein too. But you know they did this survey. I take surveys with a grain of salt. And the survey said that people who eat a lot of cheese live longer. So I'm gonna live for like forever because I love my cheese. I give up cheese, and once in a while I'll do that. What's that stuff that comes? Happy Cow, whatever. But man, I can only go so long without my cheese. I would rather go without chocolate, and I love chocolate, before I'll go without cheese and bread. Mostly cheese. It's true. I will. We're gonna put arms there. We don't need these arms yet. So just anything you want highlighted, just go around it. Pick out what you want to keep, and you can adjust it with the paint. That's what you do. It's called cutting in. And adjust. And when it's this dry, you're going to be able to go over this, so that's okay. Yes, I get a couple more kits together. I'm going to frame up some stuff, put it on there. I haven't decided on a price. I might do a little survey, see what you guys, if you were going to buy it, what you would pay. A little tight economy right now too, so you gotta, I mean, I say that, but there's people who got money who buy these things and they don't seem to care. And I know that from experience. I'd be like so worried when the 2008 and different things, even the COVID, I kind of lowered some prices and stuff. And there was people that still came and said, I don't care what the price is. So that's why I try to price it for everybody and what I think I should get, you know. Like I said, some paintings take this way, hang on, it'll take years to sell. You gotta get the right person in the right mood who's decorating something. And some sell right off the bat. But as a rule, this is a good time of year because people are buying presents. Maybe they're got a house in Florida, the kids are done, and they're going to decorate, you know, all kinds of different reasons, but you're looking for the right white people, so, yeah. They don't always sell right off the bat, that's a fact. They have shows and stuff. You gotta build up my people that buy art. And I have a few that still do, but most of them have died off. It's sad. And, you know, the kids got them, or some I don't know where they went, so. Yeah. I had one that was assisted living. She had them all up, and she moved out of she had a house. And, oh, it's a long story, but I don't know where they went. So I probably never know. They might have got donated. No, she had a bunch of them. Yeah. Do I want to keep? I just want some of this to show a little bit. It's kind of, I can do that after. So I'm just going to cover this in. You got to think about what you're going to put where. So sometimes you can cover it up. Sometimes you can just leave it out. Depends. Yeah, so what was I doing? Well, I had to, I've been so busy with all the other stuff, trying to get things ready for the holidays to sell and stuff, that I hadn't looked at my YouTube in a while, and it's probably been a week, maybe a week. When I had 2 more subscribers, I only need 8 more, guys. 8 more! And I can use my phone. And there's other stuff I can do, too, that I can apply for, but I have to have at least 50 people. Now, I didn't say anything about how many videos, just 50 subscribers. So I'm not asking, to do anything particular, just have enough subscribers so I can use my phone and make it easier. Kind of a pain using the laptop. I mean, it's okay, but I can't, get it close, you know what I mean? The only way I can do that is to make a video and then put it on there. But if I have enough subscribers, that's not a problem. So 8 more. I think I originally needed 14, so it's getting there. It's slow. Once I'm on there, I can do a lot more stuff. And I can apply for different programs they have and stuff. Put on there that when I'm eligible to notify me. That's about all I can do right now. That's how they do on that platform. Everybody's different. Now I made the tires white, but we're going to dry this first though, because that black gets into everything, man. I might color those pumpkins first, too. Yeah, so that's the challenge. You guys fill this truck up any way you want. Make some monsters, Dracula, or, I don't know, maybe do all pumpkins. Make it your own. You gotta do my colors here. You do what you want to do. So that's the challenge. You got till next Sunday. And we're getting close to the end of the month anyway, so I think that is next week, isn't it? Yeah, the 30th is, let's see, the 30th is next Tuesday, so we're probably a week after we'll have announcements for the other stuff. Let me do the pumpkins next. Same thing, small brush. I'm going to get one even smaller. I'm going to get me a rigger out. No, that's too small. I'm going to get a little bigger. A little bigger, just a small one. I put a lot of stuff, I stored it, so all the ones that I'm doing are just my my paper ones, which I sold when I had that place up there as a popular seller because you can get them pretty reasonably priced. And most people don't, not everybody lives in a house or has the room for a bunch of paintings, but that's why it's good sometimes to do the smaller end ones because people, not only does it budget-wise, but they can fit it in a bathroom or an odd wall or something they can carry with them if they're traveling and taking it somewhere. You can wrap it up for a present. So sometimes the smaller ones sell pretty good. So these are a good size and they're light and they can be shipped too. I've mailed paintings. Occasionally I have to. I will not do outside the country. It is so expensive. It's like stupid. You really need to get some good money for that. I've only had him once. Very realistic, and it was a nightmare. Does anybody ask? So I just say no now. I will gladly send a, like a digital download, which is on there too if you guys want to download one. And what I suggest is, it's just paper, but if your computer or wherever you go, you can buy canvas paper. I've had people that I've downloaded from famous artists. I have 2 that I've done. And that was her recommendation. This was a few years ago, and I had never heard of copy paper. I was not computer literate in any ways. I had to learn a lot of stuff about this. I didn't even know how to use an iPhone. I had a track phone, guys. I had a track phone. You can't be doing videos with a track phone. So when I heard that, it's actually, you go where you buy your paper, or I go online now, and you buy canvas paper for the computer. It's a printer paper. And that's what I suggest if you get the download. They're cheap. I charge like, what, 10, 12 bucks? And you get the paper, I think, not even that much. I think you get like 8 pieces of canvas to download. And you can do, a lot of different people do that. That's what they do. So you'll see I'm not the only one that does downloads if you're into that kind of thing. So, I mean, there's a lot of them that do it. And it's just, now you got something that looks like the real thing. And I suggest that you use like a Canon, like a high-end. Don't buy like the Amazon one, canvas paper. Yeah, I have a couple. I'll have to bring one out. I'll show you some of the stuff I've gotten from other artists. You guys seen that apple barrel, or Iris apple? You know, I love her. That lady made me those little felt iris ones. I didn't know she lived in. That's why it took so long. She lived in Australia. They're really cute. Where's one? I love other people's art too. You know. Where'd it go? I dropped it. So I look around for art all the time, for a good price. You know. Well, it's over here somewhere. I dropped it. But she makes really cute. She has some other stuff in there. It's really cute. Right. Takes a lot of patience, some of this stuff to do, you know. Alright, so now I got my little pumpkins on there. My little pumpkins. Let's do the wheels. I'm going to do them in white, of course. This paint that I got on here, some of this is really thick. It's from my tubes. And the other one is from my big bottle. And it's been sitting out on these, on this paper plate without the lid last night. I forgot to put the lid on, and it's really thick. You guys know how to do a wet palette, right? Make sure you put the lid on it. Dollar Store cupcake holder. Wet paper towels, a piece of parchment. And you can work right off that parchment, or if I'm doing the plates, I'll just load the plates up and I can pull a plate off whatever project I was doing. They get stuck eventually, so. But it just keeps the paint wet, saves a little money. And if I'm mixing a lot of colors, it's on there. I can see what I mix. It's right on there all mixed up, right? So, handy little thing. I used to buy, you can get a wet palette, and they'll run you between $15 and $30. You can get great big ones too, but I seen a professional artist, and she just had like a big Tupperware plastic lid, and it had another lid on top of it, and that's how she kept her, same thing I just did. She goes, it was ridiculous, and she wanted a bigger one. But for that price, I was like, that's not worth it. So, and if you got oil paints, I literally just take my palette and I put a piece of saran wrap on it and put it in the freezer. It makes it last longer. So, just to let you know, there's ways of saving your paint, because it gets expensive. All right. But you didn't know. Did it? Well, you're going to have to post it, Kat. I want to see it. I want to see all you guys' art. I get ideas, I get it from other artists. I mean, a lot of the stuff I show on here, now I didn't exactly get the truck from there, but I get ideas from looking at other stuff. And that's why sometimes I'll take a few days just won't hear from me. And I'm literally on the internet all the time now. It's ridiculous. But mostly I'm looking at Pinterest and Google Photos and other artists and different classes, and if I like something I keep it. I try not to plagiarize though. I can use some of their ideas, but and I can use their techniques. That's the fact. You can use other people's techniques, but you cannot copy their work. But I get a lot of ideas. You know, sometimes you just need to look around and find some inspiration. But I love doing that stuff, and then I get a few ideas. I say, oh, I got that color, I got that paint. Let me go sketch this. You know. So sometimes you do gotta think of things to create. You know, I'm doing this. What? 1, 2. Well, basically, kind of 3 times a week. Every other week with the other group. Depends. 2 times, and then yeah. So it's 10 times a month it comes out to. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, and then yeah. So I'm just filling this in right now. I got a lot of black in this brush to clean it out here. I have no idea what I do when I get the towels again. When they get down to the last couple of pieces, I usually end up flipping them all over the place here. I have done everything I could think of to tie them things up, and I keep yanking them down. I give up. I use rags once in a while, and they get lost, so they're over here. There's one over here somewhere. They end up turning into rocks. I should wash them. I never do. I just chuck them. So this is going to need some blue behind it, so I'm going to wait on that because it's got to, you're going to be able to see through it. So I got a pretty small brush here. It's nice having my daughter here for a few days and my grandchildren and all that, but you know something? I love them, but they wear me out. Well, they don't really do anything bad. They help me and everything, but just, I think what it is they get into our routine. See how I'm just kind of taking a few things and kind of pushing them out? They mess up your little routine. I think we become creatures of habit. I'm just going to kind of flick these out a little bit. It's got too much paint on it. I'm going to roll that back into the paint and get all the extra paint off there. Kind of have fun, kind of. The wind's blowing and stuff, I'm assuming. Yeah, there you go. Now let's fix him up. I don't want an even bottom. I want to kind of make him barely hanging on over here. He's a ghost, though. He's floating with the truck, right? Give him a little arm, a little hand. I made watercolors there for a while, so I've been looking at them a lot. Watercolor artists, you know. And the journaling. I'm watching the journaling. That's kind of a fun thing because you can use stuff around the house and memorabilia and some of our ATC stuff I'm using too, so it's kind of a fun thing. All you need is an old book. An old dictionaries are big. Any kind of old book. Keep all your little crappy stuff in it and got yourself a little. You need to make these yellow, but I'm going to put a little white on these so the yellow shows up on my little headlights and stuff. Kind of fun. They're using everything you could think of to, you know, make books. They, you know, you see me make books out of trash bag or trash, you know, brown paper bags. Use all kinds of stuff. Just gonna let this kind of sit and dry too. And I'm going to go into that blue, and I'm going to go around this guy right here because you're going to be able to see through this. I think this might actually be the door, actually, that piece. So guys, think of some stuff you can do. Do your truck, get a pencil, and start adding stuff. Creative. I know you can do it. Paint is thick today. A little black underneath there. It's silly to put some more videos and mess around you guys' guide groups. I gotta do both groups actually, so that's gonna be a project. I'm working myself up to it. A little bit at a time. There's so much to do in the business part. People don't realize how much there is to do, you know. And I don't do like a lot. The ones that are really gun-ho, they're doing really well. Besides the fact some of them pay people, and they do spend money on ads, they're still, even with that, that's why they have to get somebody to help them, because it is a lot. And I've slacked back up because it was making me crazy. I just want to do my painting and take care of my people and just enjoy it, you know. A little extra income. I don't want to like kill myself. And there's people that really, I mean, it's a lot of work. If you're going to do this, if you think you're going to do this, I mean, I would help you, but there's a lot of technical stuff. If you happen to be good with technical stuff, too, you're going to do well. Of course, you know, Facebook keeps changing stuff, which is absolutely no fun. And I've turned into kind of a creature of habit, you know, so I like things to not change too much. Maybe I'll make it black this time. Let's see if that's better. Let's see if that looks better. I did it white on the other one. And that might work better. Gonna need a little yellow or a little green for that. For the maybe it's yellow out. For the tail lights, and probably I'll use a little bit for the. Yeah, I just use a little yellow for the tails and the pumpkins. See, it takes a little better when you put some white underneath it. And I made his hat yellow too. I didn't put no white on it. It'll be okay. I'm gonna kind of mix some white and yellow together right here in the flat palette. And I can darken it up later. Can't believe it's almost end of September. Doesn't seem possible, does it? Nope, doesn't seem like it. It's been so warm here. It's finally cooled off a little bit, but still not that bad. It's like you need a jacket in the morning, and then it's hot. I put shorts on the other day. Started out practically in winter coats, and by the end of the day, I was in shorts. But it's going to cool off the next couple days. I'm in central New York. But then it's going to go up into high 80s for like 2 days. So weird. That's good. Weird. Kind of make this kind of misty. I go like this, kind of misty. A little misty looking. Okay. Let's put some faces on a few people here. You need a smaller brush. You get a really tiny, bigger brush. Or, like I said, you could use a Posca pen if you want to. Just kind of dot it on real slow. You gotta be perfect. This is just a fun painting. I think this would look cute on a dresser or something. I like to lean stuff. I like to put things on shelves and do arrangements. I'm running out of room now. I kind of had to put away some summer stuff, and which I always did, but I ain't got as much room as I used to have, so I just put some of my summer stuff or winter stuff away, summer stuff away. Oh crap. That's okay. Now I did the wheels in white too, so oh, I made faces on the pumpkins. I forgot. I can go back. So I get the white. This white has a little gray in it, but that's okay. Oh, this brush is dirty. Rinse this brush a little better. I think I need some fresh white too. I gotta refill my Sriracha bottles. Empty, just about. This is a paint that's kind of thick. So my Sriracha bottle. This thing is so great. I have been able to get all the paint out of it without getting stuck. A little gray, but that's okay. That's okay. The light is funny. I can't get it right in this room. It's almost better at night. Oh. This light that's on here, the overhead light, there's two of them, and they're LED. They're not, I don't have like, I have four bulbs in the whole house. I mean, I have lamps and they have bulbs. I only got a few I'm using. And the rest are LED, which saves on the lights, on the light bill. Not anymore. Used to. My bill finally went down, but geez, I didn't use my air conditioning like I usually do. And then I told you I only got one in now. And, I got everything unplugged because it's that ghost power. It's a pain in the butt. Some things I leave in, like gotta leave your fridge in and your dishwasher and all that, but everything else, it's ridiculous. Then I put like a little light up on here too, so let me just do that. Mix that white and yellow together. Get a little more coverage that way. Then I can come back a little yellow, go over the top of it. There you go. I'll take my blue and kind of adjust around these lights. Bigger brush for this. It's okay. Then the center parts are black, I did. And the middle is an orange. Let me dry this a little bit. These guys are going for a ride. Must be Halloween night. They're out partying. It's funny. Alright, so I did the middle part orange. And here. Oh, I picked up some black again. That black. Oh. All right. Now I get my rigger. Where'd my rigger go? And I'm gonna put some faces, little Halloween faces on my little pumpkin buddies. Maybe we'll do this side this time. There's not enough room on the other one. Other side. Shoot. And then we got this one. He looks kind of worried. I think he's like, what am I doing with all these stupid ghosts? Well, I'm gonna have to adjust this with some white again. Let that dry. Then I took a Posca pen. I did around that moon. But you could do a small, same thing like I just did. I thought it gave it kind of a cool look to just go. And then you want to do some stars. Just use the other end of your brush. Kind of go in here and do this. Easy peasy pudding and pie. And I took the different colors and I kind of put some road in here. Some yellow, some white. Right behind here. These wheels are moving. A little black too. And you can highlight, not highlight, you can fix it up, do whatever you want. I'm gonna use a little bit more white on this one ghost here. Got a lot of black in this brush here. More white on him. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. So I hope you have fun doing this. Hey Cindy, you had a rough week, honey? How's that baby doing, that little baby of yours? Wish I had a baby around here, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get a kitten. It's about as close as I'm gonna get. There's the first one, and here's the second one. I think I need some more highlights in that truck, but I don't have to. So that's the plan. By next week, copy the truck and fill it up with whatever you want. You could do monsters and pumpkins and Dracula and bats. Bats would be cool. Bats would be cool. Ghosts, whatever. So just to give you guys some ideas, I didn't want to give you like another copy. So we do that all the time. Oh, he fell off the changing table. Oh God. My what's that name? My youngest one. I used to have laundry downstairs. Just a washer used to hang my laundry. Because I hated going to the laundromat. I scraped to get that wash machine at the time, but I was determined. I hated going there. So, anyways, my daughter, my youngest one, was in a walker, and she made a beeline, got halfway down the stairs, and I grabbed that walker by the back of it and just yanked her up. But oh my God, talk about your heart in your mouth. Oh, I'm telling you. Yeah, just hang in there, Cindy. Oh, kids. What did the one, Jacqueline's got a scar. What did she do? I tried giving her baths. There's 5 years and 8 years difference between my kids. And I tried giving her a bath. And the only way I could do it was put her in the bathtub with me, because I put her in the shower with her sisters. And I don't know what they did with her. I could not get her near water. Wouldn't go near water. But she would get it because I had nursed her quite a while. So I put her in the water with me. And she got up, we were both wet. She got up out of the tub, and the sink was really close to the tub. Slipped right out, whacked, you know how head wounds are. She's got a big old scar, whacked her head wide open, blood everywhere. I'm screaming, I'm naked, my husband. And she had a lot, they were afraid she had a concussion. It was all black and blue and stuff. Talking about a nightmare. Oh my God. I hate it when a baby's sick. I hate it. I just hate it. I'd rather be sick. Right, Cindy? Yeah, I feel for you. Yeah, make sure you show us that that wine bottle, Cat. Yeah. It's one thing you can yell at their mother about it, but when it's you, it's like, well, shoot, you think I'd know better, right? Yeah, she still got that scar too. But really, there's things I could have done, but I didn't. I had her so spoiled. Yeah, I hate when babies are sick. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. By next week. And check out when I put new stuff in the kits, and I'm going to be putting more in. Some will probably stay in there. If I feel like it's not really selling that well, I'll probably take it out. And I'm going to put my paintings up for sale. I haven't decided on the price. Won't be a lot. I mean, they're just like paper, but it's just the shipping, and then I did pay money for the packaging. So, you know, I'm going to make a little money. So anyways, guys, I'll see you later. Have a great afternoon, and take care, and I hope inspiration finds you wherever you go. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.